Hello everyone, welcome to GW Pro Trading. It's Gwyn Michael here, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you technical setups on cryptocurrencies. Alright, so if you're new to this channel, I recommend that you subscribe and also smash on the notification bell on this channel so you'll be getting information whenever I post content such as this one. Okay, so I come out here on weekly basis and also daily basis to share with you technical setups. As today I picked out today to also share with you technical setups as well with cryptocurrencies as well, and also share with you my views on what I think is also happening and when will be the best opportunity to start taking some positions or also buying some positions of some certain markets. All right, so whenever I'm coming out here to make analysis, I always tell traders, I always tell people that the best trade you can ever take is one that you have been able to back a certain amount of money or profit at the end of the day. All right, so the main essence, the main essence of trading is to be able to make a difference, and a positive one at the end of the day. Okay, so I look at the possibility that if I have, say, $5,000 in my trading account or in my wallet or in my crypto account, I would be able to make, say, $6,000 at the end of a period. Okay, so I would have my 5,000 turn into 6,000, and I should also be able to buy an asset at a good price. Okay, so I should be able to buy an asset at a good price. Okay, say I have a currency trading at $2. Okay, I should be able to buy at $2 and be able to sell at $4. Okay, so if I'm buying with 50% of my equity, I'm going to be buying at this amount. All right, I'm going to buy at this amount, and I'm going to be making 100% because the price change from $2 to $4 will be able to make me 100%. Okay, 100% rise in the price. Okay, thereby I'm going to make it 100%. So I'm going to be making in total, I'm going to be making 5,000. What I'm going to be having at the end of the day, plus my 2,500. I'm going to be having 7,500 in my account. Okay, and that'll be very wonderful. That'll be very nice. Okay, you want to see that? I want to see that also in my account, right? Because if I don't see this, then I'm not actually trading. Okay, so if I'm going to be buying an asset and holding it, say, over a period of 2 years, and at the end of 2 years I have it that price have moved from $2 to, say, $6, and I'm still holding. Okay, and I have price drop back to $2, okay, after 2 years. Okay, so I have ended up doing nothing. Okay, I've ended up watching price move to from 2, my money go up, and then my money come back down. So I've successfully done nothing, okay, over this period. However, some currencies or some asset may actually move from 2 over a certain period to, say, 10 or 16, and thereby you can also make more money. Okay, more money, but it's always a function of time. Okay, it's always a function of time, and you want to have that patience. Okay, but however, some currencies or some assets are built or are designed not to break some certain thresholds or some certain limits. Okay, so you can have it that probably, okay, probably over a period that you can also see that XRP have been trading over a certain range, not able to clear certain structures. Okay, so we look at XRP. Okay, we look at XRP, and we've seen that XRP for over a period from right from 2018, which XRP did make a high inside of this territory of the 3.3. We've seen XRP drop into this territory. So possibly what's happening here is that possibly anyone that bought XRP here and held XRP to this point and not sell XRP is then waiting back for price to then move up again and over a period. Okay, so it will take you a longer time, but someone that bought XRP here sold XRP at maybe 2.5 will be able to make and also keep certain amount of money in his wallet. Okay, so keep certain amount of money to himself. Okay, and that will be termed as profitable trading. Okay, I recommend profitable trading because it's one, at the end of the day, trading is a business. Okay, so it should reflect on your account statement. Okay, so if it doesn't reflect on your account statement, definitely you're not trading. Okay, so you want to make profit at the end of a certain period. Okay, all right, so we're going to be looking at the best opportunities in this video for buying some certain assets. Okay, and we're going to be looking at best entries. Okay, I prefer more of best entries or price territories where I find more of demand, okay, to be able to take some trade decisions. Okay, so I look at, you can be saying that one of these common mistakes here is traders always make, or newbies, okay, makes mostly when they're taking trades in cryptocurrencies, as well, is this mistake. Okay, so every trader want to buy ADA, you want to buy Algo, you want to buy BNB, you want to buy BTT, and you want to buy Dodge. Okay, so you want to buy sheep, you want to buy cake, you want to buy sushi. Okay, so you want to buy all this at a time. Okay, but I pointed to you that there are some prices that you're going to buy this, and it's going to take you a longer time to be able to, apart from the fact that you're not going to be making money, you're not going to be getting back your money, because you can be buying, say, someone that bought ADA at $3 mark, okay, when ADA made that spike, would actually be losing 100% of his equity. All right, so from $3 to down to 1.5, he has lost half of his equity. Okay, so say he bought that at $1,000 and he's actually losing under $500. Okay, so he's losing this figure from his account. So what he's going to be having in his account is $500. Okay, from that asset which he purchased. It's not about the number or the quantity you buy, but it's about the value with respect to a certain time. Okay, so you want to be buying asset at the best price so you can be able to make money at the end of the day. So trading is a business and you should take it as one. Okay, so here in this video we're going to be looking at points where we're going to be looking at taking some trades and also buying some assets as well. I did offload some of my assets here around 65k, and I also had their price moved up to 868, which wasn't really my concern, because I did hop in on a good trade around 45k. So if I'm moving from 45k to 60k, I've been able to get the differentials of 15k. Okay, so to get 15k differentials. Okay, so that's the best trade. Okay, I see it as the best trade because I have another opportunity to be able to add this my 15k to, say, my initial 3,000. Okay, and possibly this 15k difference could have also given me another, let's say, $300. Okay, added to this one. Then I'm going to be coming in back here, say around the 50k with 3,300. So I have more to buy more, or choose to withdraw my profit and then keep it to myself and then use it to sort out other things around my life. Okay, all right, so I think I've just spoken enough, and let me just go over to technical analysis and then share with you guys setups which I want to be looking at. Okay, so here on a monthly time frame, we have it that we found price trading above. Okay, so in all I do for trading, okay, I trade the spot. Okay, I trade the spot. Basically, I trade little of the futures and also the options. Okay, so what I do basically, I look at points where I can buy assets, and I look at points where I could also sell those assets. Okay, so for this one here, we did have a push to the upside, and in that push, we have it that price respected this structure here. So if we just go ahead, put up a line in this structure here, we could also see that this structure here is around the 46k to 44k. So this tight range here was where we found structure. However, price did give us a valid entry here. This was rejection and this was supply. Now we had demand inside of this territory here, and we have price going back to test that supply area. One of the things I want to see is I want to see price be back into this demand area, because this is now a new demand area. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be stepping down one time frame lower. I'm going to be sharing with you also that structure there. Okay, so that structure there on a weekly time frame is what we're going to be looking at, and we're going to be looking at why we want to see that also in that structure. Okay, so also in this structure here, we've seen that this structure is just a little way below 50k. Okay, so I'm going to be looking at this here because of this one alone. I'm going to be looking at this. So in the bit on upside from 30k, we had price reject somewhere around 52k. Okay, so 52k was where we found last supply. Okay, last supply that was supposed to send price back into 30k, but price then rejected this one here, and there was demand around 43k. Okay, so 43k, then we had a price move up from that point on to the upside, breaking previous supply area and trading at a high of 68k. Okay, so whatever is happening here, I'm looking at a possibility of a pullback coming in to gather liquidity, okay, in order to make the next push to the upside. Okay, so this area here is one we're going to be looking at for a possible structure, okay, to be able to form in order to give us an entry for us to be able to buy some of the positions. Okay, so I'm going to be looking at this one here. We are more of in a downtrend. Okay, so we are more of in a downtrend. And what I mean by downtrend here, if you're new to technical analysis here, we are more of in a falling market. Okay, so we're more in a falling market, but however, we are not falling overall massively until previous demand area are being invalidated. But however, we are still making corrections. Okay, so I would say these are corrections. If you don't understand the term of technical analysis, and what this means is that you don't want to be buying when price is making drops and retracements drops. So this could also be a next retracement and then drop. But however, in this one here, which is just slightly different from the forex trading or the forex market as well, so we have supply here, we have demand here, we have supply, we have demand, we have supply, and we also could also have price could also push up and further supply can also still come in, and we also might be seeing price move back into 50k, say around 47k is where we're going to be looking at taking some buy positions. But however, if price would create a structure that could take price back to be trading above 58k, breaking above this previous supply there, then we will be looking at a possibility of bullish entrance. So what we want to be seeing, we want to be seeing bullish entrance. Okay, we want to be seeing demand. Okay, so you want to be seeing demand. Okay, so one of the things that works best for crypto trading is supply and demand. Okay, so you need to understand supply and you need to understand demand with respect to candlesticks formation. Okay, so here we want to be seeing that price could also clear the supply area or the selling pressure that is inside of this territory around the 58 59k, and then once that happens, then we'll be looking for the next bullish trend to continue from that point on, because then we might also come to the conclusion that there is demand back inside of this territory, that the bulls are back in the market in order to push it to the next new all-time high. All right, so we're looking at a probability of price getting up to maybe 80k. Okay, so I like to look at BTC at 20k differentials. Okay, I like to look at BTC at 20k. So from 60k, I'm expecting price to get to 80k. Right, I'm expecting from 40k, 60k, 80k. All right, so I'm looking at possibility of price to get to 80k. But however, 60k is still inside where we are right now, and expectations are high that price should bounce right inside of this territory around 48k. All right, 48k territory is where I want to start looking for bullish opportunities if price can't break this point here. So I'm not going to be buying anything right from here. All right, I'm going to be expecting that price would also continue moving downward into this territory here. Then we could look for the next bullish opportunities. Okay, so if you're looking to take BTC, you're going to wait a little while longer. Okay, 55k is not the best entry. Why is it not the best entry? However, I don't know, because bulls can also set in anywhere. Okay, but there is no footprints. Okay, there's no footprints of the bulls. Okay, so you want to be going in the footprints of the smart money. All right, so say you have the smart money moving in this formation, and you want to be a retail trader or a small trader following the smart money. Okay, you want to be following the smart money until smart money decides to sell. All right, because you can also have Elon Musk coming in to say I want to sell, and then you can also have it that price could continue going down, and for you, the retail trader that was also looking to still continue buying, and definitely you're going to be out of the market because Elon Musk is going to be selling to you, and you're going to buy from him at a bad price. Okay, at the price that is not so good. Okay. All right, so we'll look at the possibility of price dropping to 50K for another demand to set in for BTC. Okay, so if USD also looks quite different. Okay, so we'll look at possibility of ETH giving us a valid entry. Okay, so ETH is overall has a more bullish setup than BTC at the moment. All right, because we are having ETH. Apart from the fact that on a monthly scale, we've seen ETH trading inside of what could also be a massive push that also was created here from this bullish setup here, and then we can also see that that is also, but however there was supply here, that's why we are seeing that it is also kind of having some weakness or a tussle to be able to make uprisings from this point on. But however, from this point on, we then saw how it made a hurry to 43K. Okay, so 43K is a very important environment there, and we can expect that if price would clear this range, the next move for ETH could also get to 6,000K. All right, 4,300K is also an important area. However, the next break could also take ETH to 6,000K. All right, I want to see that in the nearest future. Okay, but we have price to battle with. What I'm expecting of price, I'm expecting that price could also further continue downward in order to complete the correction. However, this was a very strong move to the downside. Price then corrected in the three-wave dimension or in three-wave format if we understand this with the elite wave, because one of the ways I look at the market is that the market moves in an impulse corrective pattern. Okay, you don't expect the market to move up forever. Okay, you can expect that the market will move at one point, correct at one point, move at one point, correct at one point, move at one point, and then correct at one point. And then this also creates a kind of impulse correction impulse. Okay, and I expect that whatever is happening here, that we have, if clearing this structure here, so I'm expecting that whatever is happening here could also be the next correction. We can expect that the next drop could also be coming in on ETH. However, if ETH could also be able to clear this area here of this resistance here around the 4,650 territory, then we can expect that it could also be on its way into making the new next all-time high. However, for ETH here, I'm expecting this to further drop to downside. So best entry for ETH is not around this point. Best entry for ETH, you should wait. Okay, you should wait for ETH to make some drops into certain structures. Okay, so ETH should make some drops into certain structures, maybe somewhere around here. Okay, somewhere around here, or however, if that structure is not good enough for ETH, we might also see ETH also continue downward. Okay, ETH can also continue downward, and away we go for ETH. Okay, I think ETH best entry for ETH should be around 3,200. Okay, 3,200, 3,500 should be best entry. I'll look at ETH around that point there. All right. All right, so I'm going to be showing you this one on ADA. Okay, so ADA looks just like this one here, and a lot of things have also gone down with ADA for quite some time. Okay, so ADA having broken out of this structure here, we're seeing ADA back into testing previous structure here. Okay, but however, ADA is in a downtrend. All right, crazy, that's crazy. Okay, so ADA is in a downtrend because we've made more of series of lower lows and lower highs. So I'm expecting that possibly we might also be having further corrections coming in. But however, ADA proved to see much of demand in here. All right, so we had much of demand here for ADA right around this territory of the $1 mark. Okay, we might not just have price drop into $1 mark territory. All right, but we might have price trading just below might have price trading just below 1.47. All right, so this whole territory is what I'm going to be looking for liquidity. Okay, so I'm going to be looking for buying opportunities instead of this whole zone. Okay, so just slightly just below here is where I'm going to be looking for the next buying opportunity. Okay, below, just somewhere below in this territory. Okay, so I'm going to be looking for next buying opportunity around 1.4 down to 1.1. Okay, I'm going to be looking at next buying opportunity. If I have the ADA trading below this point here, I think below 1 point or $1 mark, I think that's not going to be good for ADA. Okay, we want to see the next push before we can then enter. All right, okay, so we look at this one here. I want to take some time to look at Mana. Okay, so Mana here have proved very strong, but I think whatever is happening with Mana right now is a corrective wave. All right, so I'm going to just be sharing this with you guys, if for the sake of those that really do not understand the elliott wave. I use the elliott wave mostly in my analysis, and because it gives me a reason to be able to take trade decisions. Okay, so whatever is happening with Mana right now, I think Mana is also due to drop. Okay, but however, since I am looking at taking only bullish opportunities for cryptocurrencies, I'm going to be waiting. Okay, so whatever is happening here, I'm just going to be sharing with you this one here. Whatever is happening here, I think could also be a flat structure. Okay, also be a flat structure because we have A, we have B, we have C. So possibly what I'm going to be looking at taking the next trading decision for Mana is I'm going to be waiting for price to fall back into maybe, just maybe, 3.5 to $3 mark. Okay, so 3.5 to $3 mark, possibly 4. Okay, so this territory here is where I'm going to be looking at taking the next trading decision for Mana in the bid to buy. Okay, so I'm going to be looking at buying somewhere around this point here because we have support way here. But if this area fails to respect price, if price fails to respect this area, I think we might also be on our way. Okay, so that's what's happening there. We have a 5-wave move, and we also have it that this area here is not above 1.27. Okay, so we have 1.68. So this fits for an ABC running flat. Okay, so I expect that to drop into that zone. Okay, so I expect Mana to drop into that zone and then continue downward. All right, so whatever is happening here, I expect that to play out. Okay, so if I have price, however, if I have price trading above this point, then I might be ready to look at a different scenario with this one. Okay, so I want to see price continue dropping for a valid entry or a very good buying opportunity around 3.5, around 3.5 territory. Okay, so $3.550 is what I want to look for next buying opportunity. Okay, so I'm going to be looking at Sand. I think Sun looks rather more impulsive, okay, because having broken out of what could also be this setup here. But as you guys know, that if you've been following technical analysis quite well, this area here of 7.4 is a very strong resistance area. Okay, so that is one. And apart from that as well, we might also see that Sand could also test 61.8, which is also around 7.5. And then if sellers are present, okay, if sellers are present around here, we might have Sand drop into say 4.5 $4 before we might also see bulls get into the market again with this one. Okay, so if that would be the case, I would also expect that SAN could also drop back into $5 territory before I can be looking to take the next buying opportunity. All right, so I just want to look at alpha. Look at alpha also, what, where, and then what is the best areas to start looking for buying opportunities for alpha. I think for alpha there is demand here for alpha and around $3. We also had demand here that was cleared, and then alpha is found the next support here. All right, and also found supply here. So if I go down to a smaller time frame here, and we could also see that this supply here is strong and a very strong supply here, and however there was some sort of small demand here. So here is next supply, and whatever is happening now with alpha here, if this territory fails to hold alpha, I think we might be just seeing alpha break back into areas which we wouldn't love to see. Okay, we wouldn't love to see. Okay, so if alpha could clear this demand area here, there no demand inside of this area for alpha of 0.81, we might see alpha drop as much as back into 0.4. Okay, we might just see that because everything here is a function of supply and demand. Okay, so as law of economics will state that the higher the demand, the higher the price. So we want to be seeing that also happening. All right, so we want to see price, we want to see demand, and we want to see price moving with respect to that. Okay, so the higher the demand on this, price on this, we might want to be seeing that going up. Okay, all right, so we look at next one here. We look at Matic. Okay, what's going on with Matic here, and where's the best entry for Matic? Okay, for now for Matic, on a monthly time frame here for Matic looks really bullish. Okay, so Matic looks really bullish, having found much of demand around 1.8. So I think for Matic, this one here shouldn't drop that far down. Okay, shouldn't drop much far down because 1.45 is also a strong area there, and we could also wait to see if we could find another rejection of this territory. But however, if Matic continues to drop, I think that the next best entry for Matic could be around 1.2. Okay, why I'm looking at 1.2 is because this is an impulse. Okay, this is a correction, this is an impulse, and I can expect that the next one could also further be a correction. And if that would be the case, I think 1.2, 1.3 could also be a very important area for Matic. All right. However, if price would clear 1.08, continue downside, I would look at Matic turning bearish. Okay, so I'll wait for best entry. Okay, we had demand here which was cleared with this move. We had supply here which also price have continued to give us a valid entry or give us setup that we are more of in a bullish trend. Okay, over a certain period compared to from this period to this period here, we are bullish, and we might also be continuing bullish. All right, so we look at audio. We'll fight for audio for quite some time after this breakout. We had double breakout for audio, and I expect that this could also prove very strong. Okay, so audio, best entry for audio should be around 1.9 or $2 mark. Okay, so I'm going to waiting for audio to hit that point, and then I then buy audio back into. When I'm going to be looking at taking profit, I'm going to be what I do basically in my trading journey, I buy with say 100%. Okay, 100%. Okay, so I have certain equity here, so I could buy with some fractions of that equity. I can decide to say, okay, I'm going to buy audio with $200. Okay, I want to buy with 400. I want to set out $400 to buy Matic. I want to set out 800 to buy Matic. Okay, or audio. I'm going to be buying this one here, and at some certain points I want to take profit. Okay, because that's one of the best thing any trader can actually do, take profit at one point. Okay, so if I'm buying here at $2 and I'm taking profit at 4.5, I want to close, say, 50% of my trade. Okay, so I'm closing then. If I'm looking at taking an $800 position, I'm looking to close 400. And what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be making times 2 of this. So I would successfully close my initial 800. I will just sell. I'm going to sell. Okay, I'm going to sell the quantity. I'm going to sell that quantity to make that. Okay, so I'm going to be selling. If I'm buying 800, which means totally I'm going to be buying 400 audio. Okay, so I'm going to buy 400 audio, and what I'm going to be doing is I bought at $2. Okay, so at $4 here, if I sell 200 pieces at $4, okay, I'm just going to put up dollar at the back. I would successfully make $800. Okay, now I have still left in my account, I still have left 400 pieces of Matic. So however, if price would then return back into this territory, then this Matic now will be, if price will return back into this point of $2, then this Matic now will turn to be 400 times 2 in terms of monetary value. I'm gonna still have my 800. Okay, so I've successfully made initial 800 first, while also keeping a quantity that will also still make me 800. All right, so I'm gonna be having 200 left. Okay, so I remember I bought initial 400. I'm gonna have 200. So what I'm gonna be having left, I'm gonna be having 200 times 2. So that's gonna be, I'm gonna be having 400 left rather. Sorry about that. I'm gonna having $400 left in my account, which is, this is going to be as my profit. So this is my profit, and I can choose to close it because I've already bagged my initial investment here. Okay, but sometimes you can see traders can buy and then hold, and price then move up and then move back down, and they're not making money off any market. That's crazy. Okay, you don't want to be doing that. All right, see you next time. I'll be back with more analysis, and I'm going to be sharing with you point of entry as well, with other cryptocurrencies as well, Cake, BTT, Doge, and also what I'm going to be looking to do over the next few months. I love you all. Subscribe, like, and share with friends. That's the best. Thank you, and it will also help in the creation of more videos such as this one. See you next time. I love you all.